What up, peeps? KgDrifty's in the building. I'm here to bring you guys some Demon Slayer tips and strategies. In today's video, I'm here to give you guys 4 tips on how to win more in Demon Slayer. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Now, before I get in depth, I want to let you guys know I was supposed to drop this video 2 days ago. Didn't get a chance to because I was just so busy, but I'm finally able to do it. And remind you, these tips are not only just for rank, but it's also for custom mode as well. I recommend doing these and practicing this stuff when you're playing custom, just in case that you don't put these things on your record when you're trying to play rank mode. Practice as much as possible with these tips so you can get much better at the game, because this game is full of it's about practice, all about practice. Especially, I mean, if you're very new to the game, at least, you know what I mean. But if you're a person who played Naruto, the Naruto game, Ninja Storms and stuff, then this stuff will come easy to you. But for all my new beginner players, definitely practice this a lot in practice mode, and then on custom if you want to start playing against more people. Do not go on rank just because you want to get better at the game and be more effective at it. But going on with the very first tip that I recommend using is parrying, which is obvious. Parrying is one of the key factors in Demon Slayer. Parrying it, and that's just like when you're pushing the enemy back, you're getting them into a guard break, you're breaking their guard, and then you're finishing off with a combo and things like that. But the great thing about parrying in this game is that there's so many different ways that you can parry. You can parry when a person is doing a dash at you. You can parry into a guard break and breaking their guard that way. You can also parry when they're in the middle of attacking you. That's pushing them back, getting into that parry and getting into that guard break, and just breaking their defenses and getting them into a heavy combo that way as well. And then on top of that, even if they're trying to dash at you, you can also parry by getting into a blockage, right? When you get into a blockage, it messes up the whole thing in general, and then you can literally parry them and get straight into a combo. So parrying is very, very interesting. It's very important to do in this game. It can get a little bit irritating sometimes just because sometimes the buttons don't correlate with the game, but it's all about practice. If you practice it a lot more and practice it in different situations, I promise you, parrying will be more efficient and effective for you, and you will complete it 100% of the time. Definitely guarantee it. Always practice parrying. I swear, it will make you so much better as a player. Now, going on with the second tip is jump dashing. Jump dashing is very, very important. I like using jump dashing, especially when the person is doing a rush at me, when they're rushing at me, and I don't feel like parrying, or I want to do something different to change up the playstyle. You can always jump up, back, do a circle, use the analog stick to dash up out of it, and then it will stop them completely. Sometimes it's not effective depending on what character that they do use, because some characters can just dash you and track you all the way down and get you into that combo. But it's all good though, Sometimes it's always good for the people just to get you in a combo and just don't use your teammates to get you up out of it, because sometimes it's not really worth it. You can let a person can just finish their combo up, get back up, and get them out the way. But dashing is very, very important, because you can get yourself out of so many situations, especially if enemies want to use, if your opponent likes to use teammates to come in and get the assist. You can always use dashes to get yourself up out of it instead of just wasting time guarding and breaking them. So I do recommend using jump dash, and it comes in handy so much. And I'm telling you, you master this, you will literally be a GOAT at the game, I'm telling you. So definitely practice this. It comes in clutch a lot. Now, going on with the third tip is timing. Timing is one of the most important things and elements of Demon Slayer. You need timing. Timing is so important, and timing ties in with parrying. Timing ties in with jump dashing. Timing ties in when the enemy is pressuring you and you're pushing them back and you getting yourself into your arc, or you're trying to slash them up and then get them into your own combo. Timing is much important. Definitely go to practice mode, practice timing, practice against each character. Even then, when you're playing custom mode, practice your timing against each character, because like I said before, each character has their own set of moves. Each character has their own set of dashes. Each character has their own set of specialties. So you need to understand on how to counter those, and being able to have your timing just right, so you can be able to just get them into your combo and win more of your effective gunfight. More effective and get more effective in your wins. So I highly recommend practicing timing. Timing is the bread and butter of Demon Slayer. Definitely get into the practice mode, get out there and work on timing. It's so important. I guarantee you'll get a whole lot more success in getting your wins. Now, the last tip that I have for you guys is filling out the round, reading your opponents. This is very important as well, just because you want to know who you're going up against. Anytime that you're playing against a person, just in any fighting game as well, even when you're playing a shooter, always filling out your opponent, always fill out what type of things what type of moves that they're going to do. If it's good to fill them out because you don't know if they're a person that like to utilize their teammates, if they're a person that like to switch out, if they're a rusher, if they're, if they like to be aggressive, if they like to stay back and play more of a defensive side. It's always good to fill out your opponent when you're playing this game. Sometimes it's good to lose around. You know what I mean? It's good to lose around so you can just understand what type of play style that your opponent is doing, so you can read them, so you can be able to put in all these different elements that I mentioned in this game to put it towards your advantage. So always fill out your opponents when you're playing Demon Slayer. I'm telling you, it comes in handy. Sometimes it's okay to lose around. Sometimes it's okay to put them in the lead. Sometimes don't let them get into the lead too much, as long as you know that, okay, I got it. I know what I can do to get this dub and be able to come back how they're playing. So definitely always feed out your opponents, and it's always good. It's repetition. At the end of the day, it's all repetition. Everyone plays differently, but each character, the same character, plays the same way. It's just how do people utilize using the character and what do they do differently. But even then, there's so much that you can do with these characters in order to, be different with the game, be different with every character that you do. So it's going to be very easy to fill out what type of play style that players do. But even then, I played against people who does things that was like, what the fuck? I've never experienced that type of thing. But like I said, filling out your player is one of the most important key factors of Demon Slayer. Definitely do that. Get into practice, play custom, so you can just understand what type of play style people does. But there you guys have it. Those are the 4 tips that I have to getting more wins in Demon Slayer. Yes, it's a little bit cliche, but these are the things that I focused on and worked on for myself, you know what I mean? In order for me to get better at the game and get my dubs in. And sometimes you can be different when you're utilizing these things, you know what I mean? It's the way how you do it. It's how you do it, the timing that you do it, who you go against. Sometimes you don't have to play aggressive. Sometimes you can play back. Sometimes you can play defensive. Sometimes you can be an aggressive player. Sometimes you can just be more of a rushy player or a trickster player. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can be a pure person that likes to trick your opponent and then get them the fuck up so you can just get them to that combo of yours. But like I said, these tips are very, very, very high key to getting success and getting more wins in this game. So definitely use these, and I promise you're going to get much better at this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. On top of that, hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified on each upload that I do. Thank you guys so much for supporting your boy. More great videos coming soon, and I'll see y'all in the next one.